pack of swishers rolled in the box, I ain't even open yet. Trying to live my life so when it's over, I got no regret.
Yeah. You mind if I ask you a couple questions too?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Check. Cross the Atlantic Ocean with a pack of swishers rolled in the box, I ain't even open yet. I'm trying to live my life so when it's over, I got keys to success. Got to roll the dice, but the first time that you can go legit, seize the opportunity, believe and take control of it. Then get on your marathon and run it till it's over with. Napa Valley Dolce, my cup runneth over with. Nah, this is not my first time. 2004, I went to Africa, and I went to Europe on the way home. And on the way there, we had to stop for a layover, but on the way home, I stopped in the country, and we was in Rome and shit, Italy, Frankfurt, Germany. But this is the first time on music. We visited East Africa, Eritrea, and that's the country my father was born in, and where all his family and my family through him is at. My aunties, my grandmother, you know what I'm saying, my cousins and everything. Actually, the event that I'm performing at is a festival called I Love Erie 2010, and it's really a brand of like cultural awareness amongst the Eritrean children, especially and young teenagers that's in Europe and in America, as like a way to, like a peer group for, you know what I'm saying, people to connect with each other that wasn't born back home but still trying to be, you know, in touch with their parents' culture and with their culture through their parents. So that's why I'm here. It's a festival I'm performing at. They telling me it's Carnival weekend. I'm not really familiar with what that is. I think it's like some Mardi Gras type shit. I'm excited about that though. That sounds like it's gonna be some fun shit, like the King Day Parade or, you know, Puerto Rican Day Parade in New York or something. Put on some black shit. I was raised by my mom. My father raised me too, but I lived with my mom. So, you know, the culture that was in my house was American culture, American black culture. But I always knew my name was Aramis Ascadon. So just from school, from elementary school, you know what I'm saying, there wasn't no, you know, not understanding that, you know, who I was as far as through my pops. But, you know, I always identified with American culture until I went back out there. Like, I always consider myself African through heritage, but, you know what I'm saying, in my mind, I was an American. Like, you know, I'm from LA, and I identify with the culture and the whole entire existence in America. Like, you know, I was a part of it. I still am, but, like, I claimed that in my mind. But then when I went home, I seen, like, that this American shit, as far as, you know, how we live out here, ain't really, it's really supposed to be built on relationships, you know what I'm saying, family and shit. That's what the main focus is once you go back home. It's not really you ain't really caught up in your cell phone ringing, you about to hit a club. You might hit a club, though, I ain't gonna say that because it's a nightlife, but, you know, it's just not so preoccupied with material shit. Spending time with your folks, with your homie, or your auntie, about, you know what I'm saying, your mom, eating with her, smoking a blunt or something, or just, you know, really, it's about just bonding with your folks, because there's really nothing else to do but eat, you know, make a living, and then, you know what I'm saying, be with your family. Without no music, though, because I wanted people to ask one question.
Who is Nipsey Hussle?
That's it. You know what I'm saying, just in LA. Because LA is important to the country. Regardless if you can't have the whole country, if you have LA, you have a place that's important to the rest of the world, the country, and the rest of the world.
Yes, that's right.
So if you have the streets of LA, you have LA. Because the streets is important to LA. And LA is important to the country. And if you have the streets of LA, if you have the 60s, you have the streets of LA. You know what I'm saying? Just so happened I was born and raised on 60th Street. But once I figured Crenshaw and Slauson was the most important corner in the world, in my eyes, it all made sense, you feel me? And that was the conscious move. Take the corner, take the city, not even the city, take the hood, then the city, not even the city after the hood, then the side, the west side, then the whole city. Then I'm like, okay, BET Awards once a year. When they fly in, they gonna be like, who's the nigga? I was born and raised in LA in the 60s, you know what I mean? Not the 1960s, the rolling 60s. You know what I mean? And for a long time, I was so in love with music and infatuated with creativity that I missed it. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, involved in the streets early on. You know what I'm saying, 9, 10, 11, 12. But after that, you know what I'm saying, once I started becoming frustrated with not having the outlet and the means to create and do what I wanted to do, then becoming a teenager, then wanting to maintain and have money on my own and all that. You know what's going on outside. This is what it was. Again, the culture of the streets is in LA gangbang. If I was in Atlanta, a nigga wouldn't have been no Crip or no Blood. Nigga wouldn't have been a part of that. Nigga would have probably been a dope boy with 100 pounds on his spot or something.
That's real.
If a nigga was in New York, a nigga might, you know, have to work cracking, you know what I'm saying, and be running like that, because that's the culture of the streets. Not just because we wanted to be gang members, we were just in the streets, and that's what was going on. But other than that, you know, obviously my mom didn't approve of it, my pops didn't approve of it, but at the same time I felt like they also wasn't giving me no viable option, you know what I'm saying, to do what I felt I needed to do. But looking at it now, you know, they really couldn't give me no option, you know what I'm saying, that's on you to become a man and find your way. Your parents can't give you that, you know what I'm saying, so I chose to go that route and bump my head, but really, ultimately, it was to do music. My goal was to get to music, and once I figured I could really do it, it was easy for me to, not necessarily easy, because old habits die hard, but it was rational for me to just go all into this music. And it was, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't nothing I had to fight myself on, nothing I had to think about. You know what I'm saying, once the opportunity presented itself, I was like, fuck it, I'm all in. I got my deal. That's how all the progress was made. People came to LA and asked, and you know what I'm saying, the feedback was unanimous. That's how I got signed to Epic, you know what I'm saying, that's how Freddie Fell played my shit. That's how I got with all the artists I've done features with that, you know what I'm saying, helped give me a spotlight. Niggas have come to LA and just, you know, hard to, you know, what the streets was saying.
Hey Nipsey, man, what can your fans look forward to at the concert at the House of Blues on the 4th?
Oh man, just a good show. You know, a lot of energy. All new music off the new project. You know, some of their favorites from my previous projects, and you know that party atmosphere that we bring to the stage every time we do something. You know, we performing for LA, so it's an extra special night because they ain't really got no new music from me since the marathon, and the new project came out on Tuesday. So you know, they had a couple days to marinate and let the record set in. It's been real good feedback. So you know, we just gonna get on and do us, man, and it's a few surprises I'm gonna bring out. I ain't gonna go too far into detail, but it's, you know, a high energy show that they can get excited about and feel like they got their money's worth for when they leave.
Once again, man, the show is November 4th at the House of Blues in Hollywood, California, man. If y'all can make it, make sure y'all make it out. Okay, Nipsey, man, the new mixtape, man, the Marathon Continuum, man. Break down the concept of the mixtape for me, man. Give me a quick summary of the mixtape.
I mean, it was two things going on with that project, you know. We was on tour. Majority of the time we was recording off the Marathon mixtape. We did a tour off of that, and so we was on the road recording. And also, you know, one of the main differences in the concept I was trying to get into was, you know, the sound. I was trying to evolve the sound and the style of music that I was telling my story on. So that's the main noticeable difference. You know, the theme and the concept is the Marathon Continues. You know, we dropped the project in 2010, and it was received pretty well. And we kicked off what we call a marathon, and it's just about staying down and staying focused on your grind, and you know, not letting small situations or big situations take your mind off of what the goal is, and believing that, you know, things can be done and things can be accomplished out here. You know, this project was just to remind the people and remotivate the people and let everybody know that it don't stop. And you know, even when we successful, we still set new goals and we still keep striving and we still move toward, you know, the next level. And that's what this project was about.
All right, out of all the tracks on this new mixtape, man, which one is your favorite track?
It's a record on there called Who Detached Us. And at the end of the record, it has a Steve Jobs sample of his 2005 commencement speech at Stanford.
Yeah,
and you know, it's just one of the most powerful records I think I've done. And I think the message is a message that relates to any person, no matter what walk of life you come from, no matter if you're black, white, if you're from the streets, if you're from the suburbs, or anywhere in between. I think that the message of that record is a human message, and I feel like, you know, it's one of the records I got my point across on the most, you know, and so that's why I made it number 2 as kind of the intro to the project, because I want to take people to a different place with these next projects I put out, and you know, records like that, I'm gonna go more so in that direction.
Yeah. And I'm glad you brought up Steve Jobs, man. You brought up a lot of different questions I want to get back into later in this interview, but I want to ask you about, because right now I'm in Atlanta, man, and I want to ask you about track number 4, man. You shot out Alley Boy and Duct Tape, and I remember last year you performed in Atlanta at Club Libra. You brought out Alley Boy. My question for you, is it possible that we might see some type of collaboration with you and Alley Boy in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. Alley Boy, that's my nigga, man. Ricardo Black. You know, I'm a big fan first, and also, you know, they just solid individuals that when we met, you know, they showed me a lot of love and hospitality when I came to the A. And you know, I'm just a guy, I respect that, you know what I mean? And so, you know, I see a lot in what they do, I see a lot of what we do in that, and vice versa. So, right. You know, I respect their movement and what they mean to their city. And their music is hot, so most definitely, man. I heard recently Ali, you know, had a little legal hang up, but, you know, minor setback. He'll be out soon, and, you know, look forward to that.
Yeah, no doubt. Also, man, I want to, you know, talk about the mixtape a little bit more about track 8, man. Forever on some fly shit. In the song you said, I ain't doing no features. If even if they got the cash, I give my music away and make double back in shows, man. Could you elaborate on that and the reason why, you know, you don't do any features right now?
I mean, really what I was talking about in that context was, you know, the new business mode, I guess, of the industry, and just doing music, and how it's almost like music is not the main source of income. The actual music is not the product. It's more so the motivation to go purchase the product, and the product is concert tickets, merchandise, clothing, and all the, you know, ancillary items in the spin-off of your brand. And so I believe, you know, like, the point I'm at in my career, I'm not putting an album out yet. You know, we rebuilding and basically reassessing our situation as far as the best way to give the people the music. So it's like I'm not gonna be an artist that depend on features and water my brand down, hopping on any record to where my fans look at me like, you know, the song is not hot, or the artist you getting on we've never heard about. And so I just it was basically talking about my new outlook on how I was gonna do how I was gonna run my play.